Hello, everybody, and welcome to Survivor with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
I am Jamie.
Jack is frozen, but I'm sure he had something witty to say. I bet you. Let's guess. He's going to say, and I'm the worm.
Yeah, it's got something. Eating worms. Someone's eating worms.
I'm a Libra, eating a worm.
But I'm not.
Capricorn?
I couldn't do it. I'd have to be starving.
I could not do it either. I truly could not do it either. What were you going to say, Jack, since we couldn't hear you?
Worm.
Oh. I knew it.
Yes.
I go,
yes.
I go, why are they giving me a blank stare? Oh, I froze. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We filled it in for you.
Okay.
And
good.
we said, I'm the worm. So there you go.
Maybe if you killed it first.
Yeah, really.
If you swallow, it's still going to be moving around, right?
I think your stomach acids kill it right away.
Right away?
I think so.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's like an acid rain, but in your tummy.
I'm not sure what worm etiquette is, but I
don't
would kill
either.
it first.
The word's probably going there. Oh, I like this. Yeah.
No, I couldn't do it.
It's like a jacuzzi in here. Oh, yeah.
Her gagging was my gagging. We gagged.
How much protein you going to get from that worm? That
70% protein, 30% poop.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Brando's last line.
Oh, and he went out on a good one. It's always good to go on a poop line. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
But now I'm okay, wait. We all missed the opportunity here to say slimy yet satisfying. Remember the Lion King?
Not for Kendra.
No. Anyway, we are here to talk about season 45, episode 5 of Survivor. I don't want to be the worm, and I don't.
And nobody quit. Nobody quit.
Yes.
There was actually like gameplay and advantage uses.
It was a good episode.
It was a good episode.
I would have chosen the sandwich, but that's just me.
Same.
Honestly, I think the sandwich probably would have been a better choice just because I don't see any of them working together or wanting to work together. And I don't know. I wouldn't trust people that I just met like that when we're so like staunchly allied with other people. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I would have. It's just not a great advantage.
Now, if Jake was there, Jake would have chose the sandwich and he would have put his foot down.
Yeah, I put
that
my
poor
foot
man
down.
He's hungry.
So
it's a blood sugar thing for sure, right?
What do you do?
He's got to. Go ahead.
Could you have like 12 Angry Men this whole situation and just blatantly refuse to do? But
you can always 12 Angry Men a situation.
The problem is if you throw too much of a.
You're making a target.
You're putting either way. He just isn't going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like if someone waved that sandwich and some orange juice in front of me when I was starving, I wouldn't have cared about the target.
Especially the orange juice.
I know. I was sitting there going, God, do we have any orange juice in the refrigerator? It looks really good. It
did look really good. It wasn't
juice.
Tang. I'm going to say that. It wasn't Tang.
No, it was not. Yeah, I would have picked a sandwich.
Yeah, but there was so much that happened this episode. It was solid. Like, we didn't get to the immunity challenge until like 8:50, right? Like it was, a little earlier, but it was deep.
Because my wife got up to go get something, and I go, it's only 8:30.
Yeah,
I thought it was like 9 o'clock. I go, it should be time for the immunity challenge.
I came down here. So I watched with the boys until 8:45, and then they had to get ready to go to bed. And I came downstairs to finish watching it. And when I came back upstairs at 9:32, just to throw some makeup on my beautiful face, Jay was like, "You guys are done already?" I'm like, well, the show just ended a minute ago. He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't much to talk about.
There was some worms in some sandwiches. Neither one was eaten.
Yes, exactly. End scene.
And those sandwiches look good, too.
Yeah.
When you're out there.
I don't know how long they were sitting there, but.
I thought that, too. I was like, oh, my God. I hope some, like, production assistant ran out and, like, put them up there just as they were like, they're about to crest the hill.
Yeah, they probably told him to stop.
Yeah, I hope so. Because cold cuts in the heat, not great, Dan.
And all the other stuff.
Yeah,
I still the advantage was. I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but I guarantee all three of those get back next week. Vote off Kelly.
Yeah,
vote off. Anyway.
Yeah, and Jay Maya seems to be the one that is playing the hardest, and the loudest, which indicates always is not a good indicator for somebody to be portrayed as playing so hard. So
Jay's next to go.
I kind of think that when we get to the merge, it's either the girls are going to have their way with Sifu, but I can't see that happening. I think he might assimilate well, at least in a bigger group. I can see Jay making some enemies or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm super. So I'm excited. Okay. Let's start again. Fabulous Caleb edit tonight. Came off great.
Yes.
We got a little bit of Katora and Bruce. That whole thing is kind of like, oh, so awkward. I can't see that blowing up because I don't think he's that bad.
I don't think he's that bad as she says. I mean, of course I'm not there, but I don't know.
I think he's probably a lot to deal with, but
some people just aren't other people's cup of tea. I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
I love how they're editing the dynamics of Bruce's personality, because on one hand we have like the way Katura's like handling it, and on the other hand we have the way that Caleb is handling it, and the fact that the two of them are working so closely together. It is a really interesting triangle.
I also think it's kind of great that they're showing how different people perceive Bruce. Like, you see how Katora and Caleb perceive him, but you're also seeing like from the aspect of like Jake and who else is on that beach? Remind me, who's the last person on that beach? Emily.
No.
Just you're kind of just seeing how, and that's kind of neat, right? Is it Emily? It's not Emily. Kelly. And you're kind of seeing she's an IE though. You're kind of just seeing how different people are perceived out there, and I think that's kind of a neat way to edit Survivor, just to show that there is nuance in the way people are perceived.
What makes Caleb such a great player is he might be irritated with him, but he's not showing it.
Right,
exactly.
He has a different strategy.
He's not letting it consume his game. That I got to get rid of Bruce because he's irritating me and I can't stand him.
Yeah.
Well, he almost sees it's like he's taking it as a like a bonus for him, really. Like, if there's somebody that's like this, that's great for my game, because then I can just be a yes man to this person, and it's somebody that's going to be blind to me, and I can just use them how I need to.
Right.
I make my move when I need to. An opportunity, more of an opportunity than a pain.
And there's a difference between being a yes man and being a doormat.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So.
No, he's playing it perfectly. I mean, hopefully no one sees him as a threat, because.
Oh, they already, Drew and Austin saw him as a threat. We saw those seeds planted 2 episodes ago, which makes me worried as we're getting to Mergatory next week. So, I don't know. I am concerned. I want Caleb to go far. Somebody on Twitter I saw tonight, and I'm so sorry. It wasn't like Mike Bloom or anybody I knew. It was like just it was somebody with the hashtag, and they were like, you were either getting Caleb was either getting the greatest winners edit of all time, or he's getting the heartbreaking Jesse out at 4th edit.
Right. The fallen angel.
So likable.
Yeah. He's
so good.
That's the only flaw in his game. He's so likable.
Right. Like, he's just a really good player. He understands the social game.
And like I said, it was a Katura, though she was looking for the idol, right? Yeah, I tried warning you before anyone saw it. I mean,
right, and she played that so awkwardly.
Yeah, that was. I go, come on, just come on. Say, yeah, you guys left me. I didn't know what was going on, so I had nothing to do. So I was just looking for an idol. I didn't find it.
Right, or there's the way that Caleb set the situation up, when everyone was like, "Well, we saw you looking. Did you find anything?" There are a gazillion ways that you could play that off. You can joke it off. You can
looking for papaya.
Right?
What would you say?
Yeah, like. But there's any number of ways you could deflect it.
When
you don't want to come clean, and she did it. She picked the worst way because her delivery was so awkward.
Tip number 1 on how to lie well: do not give your false answer in slow motion.
I was looking for papaya.
Don't do it.
In that.
Normally
on the bottom of the tree.
Did you guys notice that whole scene? The music that was playing? Was that the scene with the music? Hold on.
I know Tribal Council had some good music.
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I'm mistaken. It was the scene with the worm when she tries to eat the worm. If you go back, it is like the Joker music, but it's like this delightful, chaotic Joker music where it really contributed to the scene, like so much so that I had to write it down.
She became very likable
too. The sandwich shot up on Shipwreck, like they did the close up of the sandwiches, and then you had the vocal, like the vocal going over it.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Jack? Sorry.
I said she became the more. She was more outgoing, more
Kendra?
Energetic. Yeah, Kendra. She was more. I mean, she's always been. With the whole astrology stuff, but she was more burping, picking her nose. I mean,
they shot her picking her nose on camera.
I'm like going, okay, but it's like if you watch any baseball game, they always focus in on some player in the dugout picking his nose. I mean, it happens every game, and they sit there and I go, why are we keeping this on there? Can we?
A lot of times it is just a tick, right? You're like.
No, sometimes
I go like this to my nose a lot.
They're in there digging, or you be Seinfeld.
Yeah, like No,
never entered.
But yeah, that was so funny.
Not a pick.
But wait, okay, what were we talking about? Katura's lie. Katura's lying. Yeah, that was pretty awkward. And he set her up too. He set her up for success to be like, "Hey, Katura, we are coming now."
I don't know. I don't see how she lasts because she's so obsessed with getting rid of. Now, maybe when they merge, she's not, sitting with him, on a log all day long. Maybe she'll start playing a different type of game, but she's too focused on getting rid of Bruce instead of playing the game. I get it. You don't like him. I get it.
It is interesting that we're seeing so much about that. I know that just has to mean that they're going to have some kind of big blow up at some point. Yeah, it has to.
And then Bruce, that's just stupid. I mean, I don't mean that.
Oh my God, yes.
I go, Bruce.
I mean, he's right, but
it is. I mean, we should eat today and worry about tomorrow. Gotta have.
They can do math, right? They know they're close to a merge.
You would think, and also if you're hungry, you're not going to sleep. So you're going into that challenge.
Yeah.
Hungry and tired.
Mm-hmm.
And physically weak.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can't say stupid. You can't call people stupid.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, you can't call people stupid.
In a social game.
Right.
I mean, you can do it in real life. Oh, you're just stupid. But, you're not,
Yeah.
There has been very, very few players in the history of this game that can get away with saying something is stupid.
Yeah.
Sandra.
Yeah. There's very few of them.
You're just
and Tony.
Stupid.
That's about it.
and George, but George wouldn't go as far as saying something was stupid. He would just make you feel stupid.
Right.
Which is probably worse.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
A little bit.
But okay, let's talk.
I like Emily at Tribal though when she was giving her, stock, and everyone's like going.
I mean, she had a great Tribal too, and she's right. Like on Survivor, you're there to survive. Like at the end of the day, you want to keep your alliance mates, but it's still anyone but me. If I can make it past one more Tribal, one vote closer to the end.
But she's playing a good game now.
Yes, she is. While we're still on Lulu, though, Jake passing out and Jake's backstory. I was really worried that they were going to pull him because we were getting so much of his like backstory with like the sad music.
As someone who used to pass out a lot, I've learned to get up slowly.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I have that issue.
Yes.
Well, I was wondering if he's like.
I have seen you pass out.
Undiagnosed POTS or something.
It was not fun.
It seems like whenever he goes from sitting to standing, he like crashes. And a lot of us, if we're really tired or not well hydrated, we'll get dizzy when we stand up too fast. But we always kind of have like a warning, right? Like, wow, I'm feeling really dizzy. I need to steady
myself. You get those black spots that are coming. Yeah. But
when you have POTS, it just kind of hits, like.
Right.
So it's like maybe don't go from the laying down position and fly into standing and start running down the.
I think it was a self-conscious thing.
Yeah, it just because I know with mine they say it's my pain in my back that if I get up too fast, the blood pressure goes down and so I just go like he does go down.
Yeah.
I go. But now I get up really slow.
Yeah.
And if I feel it coming on, I'll lay back down on the couch so I'm not hitting my face on something.
Yeah.
A better plan.
My old boss, she used to be a easy passer outer. So we actually all she sat us down one day and was just like, I pass out a lot. It happened over the weekend.
It's no big deal.
It's no big deal. But just here's what we do if I pass out. So yeah.
I also do it if I'm coughing a lot.
Well, yes, that's we're worried about you. We're all worried about you about that one.
I don't cough. I'm not coughing right now, though.
Yeah, I'm not worried about you right now.
Last time I was coughing and I was on my computer, I fell off the bed. The computer stayed on the bed. I fell off the bed.
Oh, not great.
So
hey, did you tell?
Go ahead.
You didn't do the Ramblecast yet, right?
No.
Okay, you didn't tell everybody how we got kicked off a merry-go-round.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Couldn't ride the horses because we're not 13.
Oh, that's not
Jack
fair.
and I tried to go on a merry-go-round this weekend, and we got kicked off.
We had to stand
it
there.
Literally was like, we can't start until you guys get off.
You got to be 13 and under. I go, well, I am. And he didn't believe me. And it was his twin brother, because his twin brother was...
Oh, it was doing the trade.
I go... Wait a minute, wasn't he just over there by the
I think they just cloned the workers so they didn't have to pay. Going back to the passing out, Sherry says it's called vasovagal syncope. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry. It's usually triggered by dehydration or getting up suddenly from sitting or laying down position. That's what I had said. Like, can't they just give him some electrolytes? And
I wonder if they came over. I wonder if they came over and we
that would
explain show it.
That would explain why he was so shaken about being pulled from the game, and there was a confessional about him being pulled from the game. Because if nobody comes up to him, it wouldn't be a talking point. But if they came up and they checked him out twice in 2 days, that would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, he's passed out twice in 2 to 3
2
days.
She said this is what happened yesterday.
And so, how do you not? They would have to come in there and check his vitals and check and see. And say, okay, you're just dehydrated, but can they hydrate him? Is that fair to can they do that? Do they?
I think legally they have to give him.
Yeah, but
even give him electrolytes. Like, just give him a shot of, are those coming shots? Like, give him something that's.
How about a Gatorade? How about a Gatorade?
A Gatorade or a hydration stick. Like, let him just suck on.
How about a Dunkin'? How about a Dunkin'?
Hey, a Dunkin'.
Pickle juice. You know, pickle juice.
Mm.
Do you think they gave him hey, but if you do this the third time, you're out of here. We're gonna have to pull you.
I don't know.
Like Sherry posted the thing, he just has to get up slow.
That's all he's got to do, and hope for I mean,
both
the first
times he
time
was
it
getting up
happened,
fast.
and the first time he was like blowing into the fire, like he was using all of his oxygen too. So
true.
He just
Very
needs to be more
true.
careful. He needs
Amazing
to look out.
all the way deal. I mean, he looks like a different person.
Yeah.
He does look
Congrats
like a different
to him.
person. I hope that being out in a situation where he's starving doesn't like trigger some kind of relapse or something. But I hope that he has, emotional support when he gets back home. But
Jake is very likable.
Jake is incredibly likable.
Really
He's
is.
likable on Twitter. Which, if you're likable on Twitter, then you must be a decent person.
Yeah, if people like you on Twitter, then you're okay.
It's hard to be likable.
A lot of haters
It's hard
on
to
Twitter.
be likable on Twitter. I like him so much on Twitter. I screen capped one of his tweets and sent it to Shandy, and she was like, "Oh, I totally misjudged him," and I was like, "Me too."
Right? Yeah, starving and on Twitter. Those are two places where it is notoriously difficult to be a decent person. So
Exactly.
good for him.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, he is very likable. I'm rooting for him to go far. I feel like he
At
could.
least final 3.
Yeah. I think he's calm enough to stay under the radar, but again, when there's no place to hide, he might be in trouble. We'll see how he is a physical threat, though. We'll see. Okay, let me just scroll through the old notes that I took. Oh, the obstacle course in the challenge. I loved it so much. It was like Legends of the Hidden Temple, right? Without the people jumping out at you. Loved it.
Yes. Yeah, that was great. I liked the different setups that they had. And also, can we talk about Jay and how she just like flew through that? Oh my god, she's so fast.
Yes, she that whole tribe did great. Obviously, as evidenced by the fact that they won handily. But yeah, that whole tribe, they were on top of it.
Yes.
Are you guys okay? So moving over to the vote out. Are you guys surprised that it was Brando that went home versus Drew?
No.
No.
Do you think that was the right call?
Not for the rest of the people playing the game, but
Brando made a mistake by. I mean, I'm sure they already had it, decided. But when he said, "I got, I know a lot of people there, that could be an asset," and I'm like going, No, it can't be.
Well, that's why when Jay Maya said that to Austin, we're sending Austin to Shipwreck Island Shipwheel Island, whatever it's called. We're sending Austin there because we know him and we can't wait to hear him tell us all about it or whatever she said. It's just
he's like, no.
He's like, he did the Mariah Carey. I don't know her.
I did think Drew made a mistake when Brando first talked to him, said, "Hey, about working Nerd Alliance." He goes,
yes.
No. I go, you never tell anybody no.
No,
when they approach you about Alliance.
Certainly don't do it with the attitude of like, you're dumb for even asking me.
Yeah. Right? Was that Malcolm that messed up and missed his final 3 chance when Lisa and Sculpin went to him and were like, "You want to do a final 3 alliance?" And he was like, "No, I'm good with Denise."
I thought also
did Spencer do the same thing?
Penner, what's Penner? Penner did it. Penner did it with
Is that who I'm thinking of? That same season.
And then he got voted out. I said, "What are you doing?"
Was it Penner? Okay. Apologies.
Yeah, Penner, I know Penner.
That was
said
like 10 whole years ago.
Because
but Malcolm also messed up as well.
You can't say you say I could work for that. Yeah.
Right. It's like
I like the Nerd Alliance.
Then
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Nerd Alliance? The nerds shall inherit the earth.
Reality.
But you don't say F you. No.
No. I don't really like Drew. And I don't really like Drew, to be honest. Like as a person.
I think Drew's he's young and he's extremely smart.
He's arrogant.
I think Drew knows that he's arrogant. I think that Drew knows he's going to be perceived as a villain and fully embraces it and does not give AF. Like, I just think that's who he is. And he came in like in his interview is like, yeah, I'm slimy. I will do whatever I need to win.
See, now that reminds me of somebody who has this image of themselves in their head, like they watch Die Hard and they're like, in the mirror, they're like, you will be John McClane.
Yippee
You are. Yeah.
Yes. And that is now my very favorite image.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
He's not quick on his feet though. It's like when Emily asked him that, he goes, what? He seems sincere though, but it was like he kind of hesitated for a second.
I think Emily knew in that moment he was lying, and it was her other conversations that convinced her that, okay, well, maybe because I think she has a crush on Austin, to be honest. I mean, she just
easy to have.
I have a crush on Austin, so yeah, she's in there like.
Did you see Kelly looking at Austin when they're at the thing? She's like,
okay, we all have crushes on Austin, but.
Did Austin save Drew because he convinced Emily?
I think so.
Yeah.
But
Drew wasn't lying when he was talking to Emily. He was telling the truth. It was Brando's idea. But he sounded like he was lying.
He sounded like he was lying. So
no.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm more of along the lines of Austin is the reason why Brando, Emily sided with him and Drew. Maybe he showed her his advantages and all that. And maybe she was like, okay, there's some power there. Little did she know he was going to play both of them. He was going to burn two of them, or he burned the one, right? The goodwill advantage.
Yes.
But he also showed that he had what he got on the hike, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I didn't get a sandwich. I got this stupid advantage.
Imagine though how good a sandwich would feel for your brain.
Yeah. And the orange juice.
And the orange juice. Do not underestimate a good.
I wonder what they did with it. Did they just throw it out? Did someone say?
I have this image of Jeff just pouring the orange juice out in slow motion into the dirt right in front of them. Sorry as he says, for you.
As he says, you will be a talk show host one day. You will be a talk show host one day.
Not successful, but that's okay.
No, I like to think, and this is just my headcanon, it's probably not true, that they donated the uneaten food to crew members that are local to the island, and were like, here, have a meal on us.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they tossed it.
I'm pretty sure they tossed it as well, but I would like to think that in my head.
It would be nice.
Yeah. Well, something we did not talk about?
Yes, please.
Sifu's fake idol.
Okay, Sifu, oh man, I thought for sure after that first scene that they were going to tribal and he was going home, because that was so awkward, the whole thing. They're also, what is with everybody being a terrible liar this season?
Everybody's lying, but they're all bad at it, so it's okay.
D got away with it.
You know what they should have all said? They should have done the I am Spartacus thing and been like, I wrote your name down. No, I wrote your name down.
But at some point he had to let it go. Right. It's just like, okay, all right, it's fine.
Agreed. That's why I'm kind of wondering what his mergatory presence is going to be. Is he going to be the one that's running around screaming to everybody, we have to get D out because she tried to get me out, causing a ruckus, causing chaos?
Well, he's going to try to get Jay out because apparently she's going to take the fall for the hinky vote, which I'm sorry.
That was such a dumb idea.
Do they not know that D wrote it down?
Julie knows.
Yeah, I think they pretty much do know, but it's like a common thing you hear in Big Brother all the time. You never volunteer to be the pawn. Pawns go home. Do not volunteer to be the person who wrote his name down. Trust is the only thing you really have in this game.
Yeah, she's trying to get it to get. It was Sean that voted for D.
Yes,
and they even have less. I like how when they said we even have less respect for him now that he, he was influenced the game when he was out. We talked about last week. They were upset.
But if she is going to say, oh, okay, yeah, it was me that did it because they were going to maybe try to use this so that he would think he's safe and not use his idol, and then they could vote him out. It's like you literally saw that the three of you were sitting there with an agreement that it was going to be Sean's name that got written down, and one of you didn't do you all changed your minds. Why do you think you can trust the rest of them to take the blame for the vote you didn't do?
And also, you never want to be the decoy vote, because what happens if somebody has an idol or something goes wrong? Like, you never want to see your name written down at tribal.
No, plus if you say you're the one that wrote his name down, he's not going to trust you, even if you say I'm on the outs.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to. You think he's a complete idiot? I mean, so you're like, all right, you wrote my name down, but now you're on the outs.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't buy that.
And a new era, in the new era game, like, are you convinced? They've all convinced themselves, even before he started talking about his fake idol, they'd already convinced himself that he might have an idol. So you haven't convinced yourself that he might have an extra vote. Like, don't volunteer your name. Just don't do it.
Yeah, when she was doing that, I go, no.
Yeah, it's frustrating because I
thought it was a terrible plan.
Yeah, bad
Agreed.
ideas.
Agreed.
Bad ideas.
Yeah. Anything else that we've missed before we move into feedback?
I just noted here that I thought it was a great quote for the game when Austin said that this is not a symbol of an alliance; it's a symbol of war.
Yes, that was a great quote.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe him too. I think he is pissed and he's going to get revenge for that sandwich. He is like John Wick, except the dog is the sandwich.
He's right. It just puts more of a target on his back.
Exactly.
Yep. And he gains nothing. He gains nothing from this. And it's like, he's like going.
The only way you gain anything from this is if the other people go home before you do.
Right.
Yeah.
To me, it was a no-brainer. I'm like going, I don't want to do this. I'll have the sandwich. I'm starving. I need some energy. Tribe just lost.
Hey, like in the great advice of Mr. Bruce, you do what you got today, man.
Yeah.
Today there's a sandwich.
Are you stupid?
Are you stupid?
Listen, Stuno. Yeah. Stupid. Okay. Any last thoughts before?
Why do they give us I mean, it's supposed to be the recap of the week before. It's like, come on. I don't need a recap.
There's 90 minutes to fill.
I get it, but
and the commercials have not been that bad. And I didn't realize how very short-lived each commercial break is until I started tonight 20 minutes late. And it took me the entire episode to catch up when I was fast-forwarding through the commercial breaks.
I missed those days.
They actually they showed the Pfizer commercial with Taylor Swift's boyfriend, which made me laugh because I keep hearing all about his feud with Aaron Rodgers. And then when I saw the commercial, I was like, oh, hey, I know about this.
My wife 2 months ago didn't even know who he was. And
I didn't either.
You go, he's really hot. She goes to me, he's really hot.
He is really hot.
I go,
I mean,
today
if we're Mary FKing Austin, I think I would still, it would still be Austin. But like Travis Kelce, he can get it, man.
He's a likable guy, great football player.
Local news, in our local news today, they showed a highlight of a bracelet that she was wearing at the last game that was made by somebody here locally. And it's got his initials on it, like on her bracelet. So it's widely becoming popular in this neck of the woods to refer to them as the Kansas City Swifts. So it's a hot topic.
The only problem is she was up there with Jackson Mahomes. And he's
and Brittany too, and Brittany's also controversial.
Well, she's kind of annoying, but what I was worried about, every time she stood up, she had her baby, and she's in the front row. I'm like going, okay, that baby leans forward, it's going to flip over the rail.
Please do not drop your baby.
I go, please hold the baby back.
Yes, do not drop your baby for a Taylor Swift selfie.
Jackson Mahomes
he's bad, right? He
accused of sexual harassment.
Okay,
I mean, it's on video. I mean, it's not. But I go, my wife's like, what's she supposed to do? Ignore him? I go, yes.
Yeah.
or tell your security, he can't be in here. with me.
Yeah, exactly. She's Taylor Swift. She's gotten other people kicked out of other things for her reputation.
She's taken a lot of heat this week for, him being in that
right. And it's her boyfriend's coworker's brother. It's not like it's her boyfriend's brother. Right.
Yeah, it's her boyfriend's brother plays for the
Philadelphia Eagles, right?
Yeah.
See, I know things. I've learned a whole lot.
Because all of a sudden, my wife now wants to be can we be a Kansas City Chiefs fan? I go, you can be a fan of anyone you want.
Oh yeah, because you don't have a football team right now. You're still.
I have 31 football teams.
Oh, there you go.
There's 32. There's 32 teams in the league. I'm fans of 31 of them.
Who are you rooting for in the World Series?
I thought it'd be the Phillies, but I'll go with the Texas Rangers because they've never won a World Series, and Bruce Bochy's the manager, former San Diego player and coach.
That is Jay's reasoning as well, but Zachary is rooting for the Diamondbacks because that was his baseball team.
That was his baseball team,
and he is 9, and his Diamondbacks did not do well.
No, the Diamondbacks. I can't.
They went 2-10. It was not great.
I can't believe they went into Philadelphia and took 2 games. Did you see the Philly? Some guy interviewed Philly fans afterwards.
No,
oh my God, it is brutal. I think I put it in the Gladfelder chat.
Oh, then no, really?
Did I?
I know you put a bunch of Disney stuff in the chat.
No, I thought where did I send that to? Either way, Philly fans are not the. Again, they booed Santa Claus and threw snowballs at him, and they cheered when Michael Irvin was laying motionless on the field. So, they're rough.
Yeah.
Not all. I mean, I have a lot of friends that are Philly fans, but you don't want to cross them.
They only laugh. They only cheer underneath their breath when somebody is passed out on the field.
Oh, I'm torn. I'm in with this group. This is my alliance. Do
okay.
I cheer? Or do I do the right thing and not cheer? But if I don't cheer,
there you go.
Butt kicked by all these Eagles fans. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Oh yeah, he's hurt. Yeah, I'm a coward. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, Ding.
Here's Santa Claus.
Let's take. Sherry has something, and then we're gonna take a quick break. Sherry says, "I like that he lost his vote because of the amulet, then pulled out his reward to get it back if he loses it." I like that too. It's a shame that he had to burn a thing, but it was very clever playing.
Yes.
And he had to do it.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't vote, it's 2-2.
Yeah. He had to. You're right. And then it would have had to go to Rocks.
Right.
Nobody wants it to go to Rocks.
Nobody wants to go to Rocks except for Jeff. Jeff really loves it when it goes to Rocks.
Let's go to Rocks.
He loves
random.
Rocks.
All right. Let's take a quick commercial break. And we get back, we will do our feedback and we'll tally the votes. And we won't talk more about Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce unless we get positive feedback on it. And then we'll talk about it again. All right.
Do it again.
Here we go. All right. We are back. We have an email from Mandy.
Mandy!
This question is for Jamie.
Oh.
How is next week merge and Survivor just started, but Big Brother has been on for 296 days and we only have 2 people in jury?
Yeah. Well, that's because CBS is apparently got a really large drug stash or something this year, because 100 days is too long for some games and Survivor's too short. That's the answer. They gave all the days to Big Brother, took away too many days from Survivor.
Is it?
If I'm being honest, what?
Because the actors are on strike now.
Right. So it's a good, but they had to have planned the 100 days beforehand, right? Like they don't just spring it on Suri the day up. Be like, oh, hey, girl, you're playing for 100 days.
and they've done it. They started it much later on top of everything else. So they add like an entire extra month of days, and they started it an entire month and a half later than usual.
Yeah, because usually it's all summer, right? And it started August 1st or 2nd.
We literally, like, the schedule literally is the finale happens, we say goodbye to Julie Chen, and then Survivor starts.
Yeah.
Like, the premiere starts the same night.
Julie Chen.
The Chen bot.
Julie Chen Moonves.
Well, I didn't even know the actors were on strike till I think this week. I saw it on Twitter. I go, wait, they're on strike now? I go,
Jack, they've been on strike since July 12th. That's why nobody was at Comic-Con.
I thought they were honoring the writers' strike.
No, they were honoring both. The actors went on strike on July 12th. That's why it was only Kevin Smith, and he was only allowed to talk about his role as producer of that thing.
Yeah. I can't keep track of everything that's going on.
He could not talk about acting or promote it at all.
I will say, having the writer's strike has benefited the game of Big Brother in the first half of this season, because not having everything written in the diary room sessions and confessionals, because that started being a thing in the last 10 years for some reason. Having that get really minimized definitely helped for a long time.
I believe you. Interesting.
So are the writers? So the writers are back to work, even though the actors are not back to work.
The writers, yeah, the Writers Guild of America went back to work.
So they're not honoring. Shouldn't they be aligning with the actors?
No, because the writers went on strike in May. The actors didn't go on strike until July, and they both had different things that they were.
But they stopped. But they were honoring the right. Weren't a lot of the actors honoring the right and not crossing?
No. At Comic-Con happened after July 12th.
I'm just saying when
that's why Shatner pulled out of Comic-Con.
I can't keep track.
Everybody pulled out of Comic-Con. There were no big panels because of the
eventually it's going to be all AI strike. Anyway. We're not going to have any actors. So.
Right. Well, the actors strike. That was why nobody was at Comic-Con. The writers strike is why late night TV shows and talk shows haven't been back. And things aren't filming anyway.
Yes.
So that's been the big thing. But the writers are back now, and the actors are still negotiating. They also want special they want guarantees that AI is not going to replace them. They want guarantees about royalties. The big thing that they're concerned about is they don't get royalties for streaming services. So Mandy Moore tweeted out a check. Her residuals for This Is Us was $1.10.
That is ridiculous. But the only problem is for us, if they do get your Netflix bill is going to be $80 a month.
But it already is going up.
Disney Plus, going up, but I mean it's going to go up. I mean
Disney Plus, it just raised rates. That we talked about this on the broadcast last night. We paid $80 last year for Disney Plus. It's going up to $130 for the year this year now, starting in November. Or starting Amazon October Prime. Or whatever. Prime went up. Everything has gone up. Netflix went up. Hulu went up.
I think Prime went up because they have the NFL package. The Thursday games.
Also, postage went up, and that's really what the big thing with Prime is. You have free shipping, but you're paying into postage, and the cost of postage has gone up. Anyway, okay, let's finish this. Mandy also says, other than that, I totally would have picked the sandwiches. Hell, I want to eat one of them right now. And I haven't been without food for 12 days.
It was a good looking sandwich. I'm not going to lie.
It was.
I mean, couldn't you all just sat there and eat the sandwich and then felt really good about life and then formed the Sandwich Alliance?
Yeah.
I think the Sandwich Alliance would have been an amazing name for Alliance.
I agree.
Again, I agreed with I'm drawing a blank on his name. Austin. It's worthless. We're going to have to go after each other. I mean,
Yep.
I agree. All right, let's move into the tally the votes. So,
did any of us get any points today?
I don't think so, but here we go. So, Brandon, Jamie, you got a point because you said pre-merge. Jack and I do not get points for Brando because we both thought he would make the merge. I maintain
one player away.
One away. As far as who goes home, Jamie said D. Jack said Katora. I said Sifu. We all.
I think Katora would have went home if her tribe had lost.
I think you're right.
There's a possibility. I think that Caleb would have saved her though.
No, he's made it clear that he wants to align with Kelly. He's good with Jake and he's good with Bruce. It would have been Katora.
All right. Well, there we go.
Especially with her looking for the idol getting caught. Took her a long time to get the
right.
the
She's
beanbag
definitely does not have her team's trust right now.
No.
Okay. Who do we want to say? Yeah, I know. I'm like, as I'm staring at her as my winner's pick. I want to switch to Caleb, please. But I can't. All right. Who is going home this week at the Mergatory? So this will be the last pre-jury member, I believe, if we follow the same format as other seasons in the new era.
So the first person out will not be on the jury.
Right.
That's
if this follows the previous 4 seasons format, where they have that merge, and then whoever goes home at the merge is the last pre-jury vote member.
It's tough. I mean, I don't know.
I know, right? I could see. I think that we are in for either a Katora Bruce showdown, rather, or a J Maya Sifu showdown.
I must say J Maya.
You think J Maya? Okay.
I think she's very aggressive. She really wanted that advantage. Austin didn't want it. I think Kelly just went because, she didn't want to ruffle any feathers.
Kelly's a smart player. I really like Kelly.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with that. J Maya.
I'm gonna have to agree. I think that's
Ooh. So we're thinking that it's gonna be a Seafood J Maya showdown.
I think not forming the Sandwich Alliance is gonna put her off on the bad start right off the bat anyway.
Yeah. That's Austin. A great point where all Austin has to do is hear that, yeah.
And Kelly, they say, look, we vote her off, that we're one step closer to more power.
Oh, that's a spectacular guess.
Plus, you say she really wanted it.
Sorry.
She was pushing for it. You can't trust her. She's playing the game too hard. That's always a downfall when someone's playing the game too hard.
That's a great point.
Yep. And it's already sitting in Julie and Dee's, head. It's already swimming around in there. So.
Yeah.
I'm torn because I think you guys are right, but I also want to pick somebody different because I want
unless
to get a point over you guys.
Unless she wins individually.
Yeah. I want to get a point over you guys. So like the instincts in me are saying like, pick somebody
the competition
different.
Streak is coming out.
What?
The
competition streak, yeah.
It's cutthroat now.
Oh, it's getting tough.
All
we
right,
chose Sandwich and Colleen chose Advantage.
I did. I'm gonna go.
All right, Jamie.
I'm gonna go Seafood.
Who we out?
It's gonna have to be Colleen.
Who are we voting out, Jamie? Oh, Colleen.
This is
she doesn't eat
tough.
the damn sandwich. She's gonna have to go.
I'm kind of hungry now. We keep talking about sandwiches.
They are tough. They're the perfect food. I mean, really.
You melt the right cheese and.
There's so many things to be done with this.
Get a good mustard. I mean,
I had my French dip sandwich today that I have like once a week.
Ooh. Where did you get your French dip from? Or you make it yourself?
Parkland? Was it Park? Whatever it's Parkside. Parkside.
You went to Parkside?
Yeah, there's one in Wendell, and we go there.
Oh.
And then I go there once a week, and then but we went there
jealous.
Monday. It was closed. Tuesday, it was closed. I go, did they close down already? It's only been like a month. Well, they closed down on Monday and Tuesday.
Interesting.
I don't think they have enough staff.
Oh, that makes sense. It's so good. Their French dip is so good.
Their food is excellent.
Oh, it's so good. I sometimes I treat myself and I get the steak frites when I'm there because the steak is so good. I don't even like French fries. Like, give it to me anyway.
Really?
Can I have the steak frites, but substitute the frites for mashed potatoes? How do you not like
French fries? I think we need to vote you out again.
They're okay. I'll if you put enough salt and like give me something to dip them in, it's fine. But I could leave a whole thing of French fries on the table. I'm fine with them. Like, yeah.
I don't know who you are anymore.
But give me the mashed potatoes any day. I'll slather some butter on there and call it a day.
There you go.
I like me mashed potatoes too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now I really want to go to Parkside. I'm very hungry now.
It's excellent. It's excellent.
Maybe for next year's meetup, we will take everybody I'll make a big reservation for Parkside and the downtown Raleigh one. Or maybe the Wendell one. Maybe we'll be like, you guys need business.
Yeah, maybe you can open up 6 days.
As long as it's not a Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah. Which is great because I make you all go home on Sunday night. So it works out really
Get
well.
out of here.
Okay. On that note, everybody, thank you all for playing. We appreciate it. I guess.
Wait, who did you pick?
Oh, I went with Sifu, I think, but I feel like I'm going to be wrong.
Right.
I think you guys are going to be right. But
you might be, but I was really hoping you'd pick Sifu just because it felt like the epic competition. So
okay, so let's just real quick, since we should establish this week. The person that goes home next week, since they will be pre-jury, but post-merge, are we going to call them pre-merge since they're pre-jury, or are we going to call them...
No, they made the merge.
They made the merge? Even though Jeff will say at the end, you are now officially merged?
Justin Ninkpoop, what does he know about Survivor?
Well, they're all together. It's one. It's
their
individual play now. So I'd say it's merge.
Are we sure?
Unless the person voted out was pre-merge on mine, then I'm going to change it. My vote.
Well, all right. I guess we'll table this discussion. Okay. Again, for real. On that note, everybody, thank you for listening. We appreciate it. This season is fun to talk about so far when people don't go home.
It's been a good season.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like that they're 90 minutes, but I am enjoying the extra time that we get in the 90 minutes. So I guess it's a trade-off.
I'm getting used to the 90 minutes.
If they're going to take up more of your time, at least they're doing something with it that's enjoyable.
Yes. And I like that they're doing different challenges this season.
Agreed.
Yes.
So there's that.
Because this was a new challenge today, right? Well,
I've never... As far as I know, they've never done a Legends of the Hidden Temple without the scary people jumping out at you challenge. So, all right. Thank you all for listening. We love feedback. If you can't join us live next week, are we doing Thursday or are we doing Wednesday?
I think I'm good for Thursday. I think my Thursdays are okay now.
Okay. So do we want... Jack, is it easier for you to just get it out of the way right after the episode, or do we want to do Thursday at 7?
Whatever you guys want to do. I can do Thursday
us.
at 7 or...
Look, I'm the Kelly in this situation, so you're going to have to break the tie.
No, Kelly, you're the Kelly? Kelly had to break the tie.
But I'm neutral.
Oh, you're neutral, so I got to say, okay, I'll say Wednesday.
Okay. We'll be back immediately after the episode airs next Wednesday. Possibly. If anything changes, just look on the Facebook group. That's what we'll let you know. Yes. All right. Well, on that note, everybody, it has been a pleasure. We will talk to you next week. Any feedback you have, SurvivorJJC@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And yeah, can't wait to find out who goes home next week. On that note, my name is Colleen.
And we'd like to thank...
Oh, shoot! We want to thank the patrons! Especially the patrons that contribute at a certain level. And that would be Eckhart Rickner, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with a plan, and Ed the Creepy Poopy Head Mailman. Thank you guys so much. If you'd like to be a patron, it helps all the other shows out on the network as well as us. Patreon.com/Jay and Jack. The other shows that are currently going on right now, we have the broadcast with Amanda, Shandy, and me. Ramblecast After Dark with Jack and Nick and Boston and Matt. And The Amazing Race with Jack and Cindy.
Which is on right now, and I can't watch it.
It's on right now, but that's going to be the best 22 minutes of your week, guys. So definitely check that out, too. Jamie does a Big Brother web show.
Yes, over at Crazy Hank TV on the old YouTube. Head over there if you want to watch three of us complain about how the rest of this game is going. But yeah, that's where we are Thursday nights after live eviction.
Okay. There you all have it. And if you missed anything, just skip back about a minute, write it down, and then we'll see you the other things. All right. On that note, my name is Colleen.
I'm Jamie.
Jack.
Peace out, everybody. Don't be the worm.